I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes part in a women's meet at Thrissur in Kerala, says his government has left no stone unturned to ease the lives of women. Aatmnirbhar Bharat Utsav begins at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi, aims to showcase and celebrate efforts made towards self-reliance in the country. Over 1 crore 64 lakh Ayushman cards distributed by government across the country during Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. A band comprising 45 girls from the northeast to participate in NCC Republic Day Camp 2024 for the first time. In Iran, more than 100 people killed in 2 bomb explosions in Kerman city. And in cricket, India take a lead of 98 runs in their first innings against South Africa on day 1 of second test in Cape Town. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said his government has left no stone unturned to ease the lives of women. Mr. Modi said this during his address at a mammoth women's meet at Thrissur in Kerala. The Prime Minister took part in the women's meet titled Women Power with Modi, organised by the BJP at Tekkinkade Maidan. The Prime Minister criticised the Left Democratic Front LDF and the United Democratic Front UDF governments who ruled in Kerala for several years since independence for depriving women from several basic facilities and rights. He accused the two fronts for their role in keeping the law providing reservation for women in Parliament and the Assembly pending for years.
लेफ्ट और कांग्रेस ने लोकसभा और विधानसभा में महिलाओं को रिजर्वेशन देने वाला कानून बरसों तक लटकाए रखा, लेकिन मोदी ने आप सभी बहनों को आपका हक देने की गारंटी दी थी और उस गारंटी को पूरा करके दिखाया.
Mr. Modi alleged that the LDF and the UDF were pretending to be two political groups but are one and the same. He said for the NDA, 4 categories are important: the poor, youth, farmers and women.
बीजेपी के नेतृत्व वाली एनडीए सरकार के लिए 4 जातियां सर्वोपरि है. जब देश के गरीब, देश के युवा, देश के किसान और देश की महिलाओं का विकास होगा, तभी देश का विकास होगा. इसलिए बीजेपी सरकार की योजनाओं का बड़ा लाभ इन 4 जातियों को सबसे ज्यादा मिला है. मोदी ने बहनों की समस्याओं को दूर करने की गारंटी दी थी और आपके आशीर्वाद से उन्हें पूरा भी किया.
The Prime Minister highlighted that the NDA government ensured that Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam became a law of the land, besides ending the practice of triple talaq. The Prime Minister also spoke about the steps taken by the government to ease the lives of women, like providing Ujjwala gas connections, toilets, sanitary pads, increasing maternity leave, among other things, which have benefited women the most. Mr. Modi also held a road show in Thrissur town where people gathered in large numbers. Earlier in the day, the Prime Minister launched and laid the foundation stone of development projects worth 1,156 crore rupees at Kavaratti Island in Lakshadweep. Speaking at the event, he said the government is fully committed to ensure the sustainable development of Lakshadweep. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that his government has taken every decision with national interest in mind. He said any tough decision does not seem difficult for him as he takes all steps through the prism of nation first. Mr. Modi stated this in an interview to a news magazine. The Prime Minister said that Modi's guarantee is not a formula made for winning elections, but the guarantee is the trust of the poor. The Prime Minister said, from a country that used to feel left behind, India is now leading from the front and has become a country that leads and creates new global platforms. On the economy, Mr. Modi said when he became Prime Minister in 2014, the size of India's economy was $2 trillion, and at the end of 2023-24, India's GDP will be more than $3.75 trillion. Responding to a question on job creation, the Prime Minister said it has been the topmost priority of his government and all efforts have been geared to this task. To a question about dealing with India's neighbours, especially Pakistan and China, the Prime Minister said the way of dealing with our neighbours is to be constructive and cooperative when required, and equally to be firm and steadfast when needed. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal today inaugurated the Aatmnirbhar Bharat Utsav at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi. The Utsav will continue till the 10th of this month and will showcase and celebrate the strides made towards self-reliance in the country. Entry is free for people. During the event, the ministers awarded the winners of National One District and One Product ODOP. Addressing the gathering, Dr. Jaishankar lauded the ODOP initiative of the government and said it represents the diversity of the country in a very unique and tangible way. On the occasion, Mr. Goyal said it is our responsibility to make India self-reliant. He added that a self-reliant India does not mean that we close our doors for others. Mr. Goyal said Aatmnirbhar Bharat Utsav represents India's emerging powers.
बहुत ही बढ़िया प्रदर्शनी भारत मंडपम में जो देश के विविध जिलों से अलग अलग वस्तु को दर्शाती है, देश की उभरती हुई शक्ति को देशवासियों के सामने प्रदर्शित करती है और जिससे हर एक व्यक्ति जो यहाँ पे आएगा वो और उत्साह, उमंग और बड़ी आकांक्षाएं लेके जाए.
Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri today inaugurated Urban Square Pavilion at the Aatmnirbhar Bharat Utsav in New Delhi. Exquisite handloom, traditional delicacy and handicrafts are the major highlights of the pavilion. Talking to media, Mr. Puri said that pavilion provides a platform to the self-help groups from across the country under the Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Urban Livelihoods Mission. Mr. Puri called upon people to visit the stalls in large numbers and witness the quality products made by the exhibitors.
Our Deen Dayal Upadhyay National Urban Mission, जो JNUL है, उसके बीच में जो self-help groups हैं, they have set up this fabulous exhibition, जिसमें कई sections हैं urban square के, और these are all things made by our sisters in different parts of the country. तो मैं तो यही चाहूँगा कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग आके इसको देखें.
Talking to Akashvani News, Mission Director Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Urban Livelihoods Mission, Rahul Kapoor, said Urban Square is an attempt to communicate the ingredients of an inclusive city. He said it showcases integration of the street vendors and urban self-help group members in a public space built for people from all walks of life.
We have set up the Urban Square. The Urban Square basically is a concept wherein we are trying to showcase that how livelihoods can be created around cities, and the whole idea is designing the space in a concept of a neighborhood. When we say squares, cities are made up of squares, chalks, boulevards, streets. So how these streets can be made more inclusive for the people, it can be more engaging for the communities.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. The government has distributed over 1 crore 64 lakh Ayushman cards across the country during the Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. Ayushman cards ensure a health cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year. Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra was flagged off by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 15th of November last year from Kunti, Jharkhand. The Information and Broadcasting Ministry said more than 9 lakh people were given access to clean cooking fuel under Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. The ministry informed that more than 6.79 lakh street vendors were given working capital loan under the Prime Minister's Street Vendors Aatmnirbhar Nidhi. Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra VBSY is progressing to make India a developed country by 2047. It is garnering an overwhelming response across the country. Under the Yatra, the Information, Education and Communication Vans IEC, with the aim to disseminate information about the central government's flagship schemes, are traversing through every nook and corner of the country. In Rajasthan, Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra has reached more than 5,000 Gram Panchayats of the state in the last 18 days. 317 camps have also been organized in the cities where registrations for different schemes are being done. More from our correspondent.
भारत का अनमोल यही समय है.
More than 50 lakhs of people have participated in the camps and have taken the place for developed India. Thousands of people have registered their names in these camps to avail the benefits of various schemes. Besides, health checkups of 40 lakhs people have also been done. During the yatra, demonstrations of drone spraying pesticides and liquid fertilizers also being organized before the people. Beneficiaries of various public welfare schemes of central government are also reaching the camps.
मेरा नाम प्रदीप सिंह सरदार है. मैं स्ट्रीट वेंडर हूँ. प्रधानमंत्री स्वनिधि का लोन मुझे मिला है और कोरोना काल में मैं बहुत परेशान रहा हूँ, जिसकी वजह से मेरे को ये लोन मिलने से मेरे को बहुत सुविधा रही है. आने वाले समय के अंदर मेरे रोजगार चलने की वजह से मैं औरों को भी जोड़ना चाहता हूँ.
This yatra is becoming a medium to develop awareness about various schemes. जितेंद्र द्विवेदी, आकाशवाणी न्यूज, जयपुर.
तुम उठो तिरंगा लहरा दो, भारत के भाग्य को फहरा दो.
The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra reached Damapuri village in the Parbhani district of Maharashtra. A beneficiary of the Jal Jeevan mission said the village has received a new pipeline bringing significant benefit of water connections to every household in the village.
मेरा नाम राजेश रामराव गमे. मैं दामपुरी इस गांव का रहवासी हूं. मेरा गांव परभनी तालुके में आता है. मेरे गांव में जलयुक्त जल जीवन योजना में काम था. उस काम में हमारे हर घर में पानी का नियोजन किया गया है. अच्छी तरह से पानी, अब पहले हमें इधर उधर पानी के वास्ते भटकना पड़ता था, पर अब हमारे घर में पानी आता है. जल जीवन के अंतर्गत नवी पाइपलाइन हो गई है. जल कुंभ का काम हुआ है. स्विच रूम का काम हुआ है. का भी काम हुआ है. इसमें इस वास्ते अभी इस गाँव में हमारे 290 कलेक्शन है. गांव में संकल्प यात्रा आई थी, उसमें घरकुल योजना, सिंचन योजना, आरोग्यदायी योजना, इनकी सब माहिती मिली.
Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi today said the Modi Guarantee Van is reaching out to each household to ensure the fruits of welfare schemes to each individual. Addressing people at Rawalkol Gram Panchayat in Medchal, Malkajgiri district of Telangana, the minister asked them to make use of the opportunity to utilize the benefits of various schemes during the VBSY. A band comprising 45 girls from the Northeast will participate in the National Cadet Corps NCC Republic Day Camp 2024 for the first time. The girls belonging to the age group of 13 to 15 will represent the rich cultural heritage of the Northeast and showcase the reach of the NCC to every nook and corner of the country. Addressing a press conference at Delhi camp today, Director General of NCC Lieutenant General Gurbir Pal Singh informed that a total of 2,274 cadets, including the highest participation of 907 girls from across the country, are taking part in the month-long camp. In Iran, 2 bomb explosions killed more than 100 people and injured several others during an anniversary event at a cemetery where Qasem Soleimani is buried in the southeastern city of Kerman. Hundreds of people were reportedly walking towards the tomb to observe the death anniversary of General Soleimani, who was killed in a U.S. drone strike in neighboring Iraq in 2020. Soleimani was seen as the most powerful figure in Iran after the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. No group has claimed responsibility for the attacks yet. In men's cricket, South Africa was 62 for 3 in their second innings against India at Stumps on day 1 of the second test at Newlands Stadium in Cape Town. Earlier, India scored 153 runs, taking a lead of 98 runs in their first innings against the hosts. South Africa were all out for 55 runs in their first innings after opting to bat first. They are leading the series 1-0 after winning the first test. The Indian Meteorological Department, IMD, today said the day cold conditions are likely to continue over some parts of Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh and Rajasthan during the next 2 days. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi takes part in a women's meet at Thrissur in Kerala, says his government has left no stone unturned to ease the lives of women. Aatmnirbhar Bharat Utsav begins at Bharat Mandapam in New Delhi, aims to showcase and celebrate efforts made towards self-reliance in the country. Over 1 crore 64 lakh Ayushman cards distributed by government across the country during Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra. A band comprising 45 girls from the Northeast to participate in NCC Republic Day Camp 2024 for the first time. In Iran, more than 100 people killed in 2 bomb explosions in Kerman city. And in cricket, India take a lead of 98 runs in their first innings against South Africa on day 1 of second test in Cape Town. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.